In a minute, we're going to be joined by one of the top stars, rising stars in the UFC's lightweight division. This is a man who has a very big fight on July 15th in San Diego, one of the important fights on that card. That is a card, of course, that is live and free on Fox Sports 1. He is fighting Bobby King Green, not King Bobby Green, as I learned last week. It's Bobby King Green. And if you recall last week on this very program, Bobby King Green put on a pretty memorable performance. He was on fire. He brought backup. I think he had 5 people with him, and I pretty much didn't have to say much. I mean, the guy was spitting fire. He had a lot to say. He had a lot on his mind, and some of that was directed at our guest at this time, the man who will be fighting Bobby Green on July 15th, the one and only Al Iaquinta. There he is, back in the lair. It's always from the same spot. Are you in your basement right now, Al?
This is my room, man.
This is your room. It's so
dark. Right here. I look out. I make sure everyone, I look out the window, make sure no one's fucking with the house.
Right.
Got this place on lockdown,
This is this an upstairs room or a downstairs room?
Upstairs, yeah.
Okay. For some reason, I have this vision of you being like in a cave or something here. It just feels very. It feels very
it's upstairs. Cave.
Okay. All right, fair enough. So it's good to have you on the show. Thank you very much. By the way, you were supposed to be at the Athletes Summit. Why aren't you there?
I'm just getting over being sick.
Oh.
I got back from Vegas. Yeah, I got back from Vegas last week, and I got pretty sick. And just for for my health, I think it's better I stay here and get ready for a big fight. I got a big fight coming up. I think Bobby Green might not be taking me so serious, but I'm taking him very, very serious.
Well, we'll get to that in a second. I want to ask you about Las Vegas. You were there, of course, to support your friend and teammate, training partner, Chris Weidman. I just want to know, what was the post-fight celebration like? Did we behave?
It was crazy, man. No, it was fun. It was fun. Nothing too crazy, but It was just they had the whole team there. Everyone was, celebrating Chris's win. He came out of it healthy. He was able to come to the party, and the whole team was there. It was really special, man. It was a great time.
Were you in attendance? Were you in the crowd?
Oh yeah, I was there. Yep, me, Aljo, Truck, all of us. We all were scattered around the arena, and somehow we found the like 6 seats that were next to each other, and the whole team sat together, and it was awesome.
What were you thinking when he was rocked early on? Were you nervous?
No, I wasn't really too nervous, man. That's Chris. Chris will do that. He'll kind of he's got a great chin, so he can take some shots, and when they went flying across the ring, Vitor kind of stumbled, and then Chris went running after him. I didn't know what the hell was going on. Yeah. I was like, and then when I saw his eye, I was like, all right, good, But that was the only time where I wasn't really sure what the hell was going on. It was just mayhem. But when he was just covering up, I saw him. He was doing his thing.
How about that revelation last week on this program that he had a massive bun burning in the oven right before the fight? He thought he had to go to the bathroom, and that might have affected his performance. I mean, that is pretty serious stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, man. Jamie Franco, one of the wrestling coaches at the gym, he never, he was like, man, I don't like the way he looks right now. I don't know what the hell's going on. And I was like, yeah, whatever, friggin' Weidman, let's go. And afterwards, we realized what the hell was really going on. And, props for Jamie for recognizing that. But yeah, it was, that's not fun. I would have stopped. I would have said, I'm going to the bathroom, hold this show.
Yeah.
But, that's how he just went with it, man.
He's really a team player. But yes, I agree. It looked like his face lost all its color. It looked like something was seriously off. You probably couldn't tell because you were in the crowd. But watching it on TV, it seemed like the guy had just seen a ghost.
Yeah. Looking back, it's kind of crazy. I don't know. He's got to see somebody about that.
Yeah.
He's got to get that taken care of.
That is very true. By the way, do you feel like he's elevated everyone's game? I mean, I know you don't probably spar and train with him all that often because you're in different weight classes, but just having the champion who's now defended the belt and beaten some of the greatest of all time, does that every day, does that lift everyone like it's almost inspirational to see this guy in the gym? This is the best in the world in his weight class, maybe in the entire sport, when it's all said and done, in the same space as you every single day.
100%. I've been asked the question a million times, and it's the same answer every time. Of course, how learning from him, learning from Ray and Matt, I'm getting put through the same workouts as the champ. If I can do it, if I'm getting through the same pad workout, the same bag workout, strength and conditioning, if I'm learning the same moves on the ground, I know I'm in the right place. And and that's where I'm at the right place, and it's going to show. It has been.
Speaking of workouts, in my hand over here, I have the Mixed Martial Arts
Yeah, look at that.
Athlete Training Log by Iaquinta, which I proudly purchased this on Amazon.com. You can get it right now. And this thing, I mean, this was a steal. I think it was like $40, right? Is that it?
And $39.99.
$39.99.
It's all yours. You got the world at your fingertips right now.
Was I
you can
one
be
of
a badass just like raging out.
Was I one of the first people to buy this? Do you get those stats?
Yeah, you were one of the first. Yeah.
How about that?
I think on like the first 24 hours or so.
Well, when I say I'm going to do something, I do it. But here's the thing. I got this book not that long ago. We've had it here on the desk for the last couple seasons. There's a bit about you, a couple pages about you. And then there's a lot of pages where it's just kind of, empty. I have to fill it out myself.
Yeah, come on, man. You got to get on it. You got to start training now. Now it's up to you, man. I can only lead you so far, Ariel. The rest you have to do yourself. I can't do it all for you. I gave you a little bit, and now it's for you.
90 days, right? We got 90 pages here.
90-day challenge.
What led you to do this? Why did you put this together?
It's something I've been doing my whole life. Is keeping. I've been writing my goals down. I have just a stack of notebooks from freaking 2005 when I was like a senior in high school. That's when I really started getting serious about training and stuff. So I was writing down every workout meticulously. Moves that I learned, I review them at the end of the week. I'd go back. You have it all right there. There's no forgetting anything. There was a lot of stuff that I was learning that I was forgetting, and now I write it all down. I got my techniques down, and when it's all there right in front of you, you can see where you're slacking. You can see where you're maybe overtraining, and that's what it's all about. Putting it down, and you can have a clear view on it.
Who prompted you to do this? Was it you? You said, "Yeah, I need to get people on this train." Did someone say, Al, you got to do this. You got to put this out there for the world. How did this? Because it's one thing to do it yourself and to talk to people about it, but to actually put together the book with your picture on it and get it on Amazon is a very big step. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, no. Thank you, Ariel. I appreciate it. But I just did it. It's short and it's sweet. It's not long. For me, I never liked reading. I don't like reading. I don't do it. I do audiobooks if I do anything. So it's got a couple pages in the beginning. It's the important stuff. There's no fluff in there. It's all real. You read that. That's what I wanted to get across. And if an upcoming fighter can get something out of it and learn, it took me a lot of time to put that all together in my career, finding the right gym and what I need to write down to keep it all in front of me. So I think it might cut out a lot of wasted time for guys upcoming. And if it can help someone, that'd be great. It served its purpose.
So let's get to Bobby Green. Last week on this program, he was spitting fire. I want to play you a quick clip of Bobby Green on this show last week.
We saw enough. Come on, we saw enough.
Maybe people missed it. Here he is, Bobby Green and friends on this show last week talking about Al Iaquinta. So when that fight starts on July 15th, you're going to walk to the center.
I'm in the center of the cage, and I'm not moving Iaquinta. Come on. Fight, if you can. I came to fight.
Does he do anything?
I won't be chasing him around. I promise you that. I promise you he won't be chasing me.
Does he do anything?
I promise you he won't be chasing me. I promise you he won't be pushing the fight on me. I promise. He had to push the fight on Masvidal. That's what got him the win, even though he didn't win against Masvidal. He did not win. Masvidal is the better fighter. But I promise you he won't do that to me. I'm going to be pushing that fight. I don't get tired. Yeah.
Does he do anything that concerns you?
No, nothing. But run. Run. That's what concerns me. These guys are not here to fight. What are we? Are we dancers? Or are we CrossFit guys? Are we track stars? Are we break dancers?
Oh man, what am I freaking taking crazy pills over here? What the fuck did I just watch? What is that? Ariel, you did such a great job, let me tell you. Because if it was the Al Iaquinta MMA hour, I would have went, boop, get the fuck off my show. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? Holy shit. and that was probably you just played the best part. He was actually coherent, and you could understand that other guy wasn't talking about what the hell did. Oh my God.
Were you
then they had his coach on there.
Sure.
What's that? Go ahead.
I was just wondering, I know you watch the show from time to time. I was wondering, what was your reaction, if you were watching it live or after the fact, what was your reaction when you were watching this 30-minute interview, if you want to call it that?
I was kind of just like giggling to myself, man. I was like, oh man, this guy just doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. Like, he's talking about Donald Cerrone, and he's whining and complaining about this and that, and half the people don't give a shit that he's complaining, and then half the people that are listening to complain are glad that who does this guy? He talks the whole time. He doesn't fight. He's telling me stand in front. I'm gonna stand. That's what I do. Don't they know? Has he watched any of my fights? I don't know. I'm taking him seriously. Mm-hmm. It doesn't seem like he's taking me too serious, because he's talking about Donald Cerrone. He's talking about his coach with this, and his coach dad with him racist and whatnot. Like, what is going on? I'm training hard. I'm here. I worked out this morning. I'm going to the gym tonight. I'm gonna work out hard. I don't know if he's doing that. I'm training every day for Bobby Green, the best Bobby Green, and the other thing is when people say, "Oh, who's your next fight? Who's your next fight?" It's Bobby Green. Like, that's the guy that talks a lot, huh? That's the guy that he talks a lot. I don't think if someone asks Bobby Green, "Oh, who's your next fight?" Iaquinta, they're not gonna say, "Oh, that's the guy that talks a lot." They're gonna say, "That's the guy that's freaking tough as hell, comes forward, comes to fight every time." And that's what you're gonna get.
What about?
Right? Am I right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, what about him mispronouncing your name all the time? Were you bothered by that?
No, not really. I have a pretty difficult name.
Okay.
But I don't know. I'm not giving him too much credit. Maybe he's acting, like playing up the whole WWF acting thing. Maybe I'm giving him too much credit, but he doesn't seem too intelligent. And his team doesn't seem too intelligent. So, I'm glad I am where I'm at. I'll tell you that much. You don't see guys like Bobby Green don't train where I'm at. They get weeded out real quick. And guys like Chris Weidman, guys like Aljamain Sterling, guys like myself don't train where he's at, because we're way too smart for that. So, that's what it is right there.
He said he's going to stand in the middle of the cage and greet you there at the beginning of the fight. He's just going to stand right there and wants you to come. Will you do the same? Will you follow him there, or is that a stupid thing to do?
He's not going to do that. He's not going to do that. He's going to come out. He's going to do this with his hands a little bit. He's going to do that. I'm going to throw a punch. I'll hit him. He's going to he's going to make a face like I didn't really hit him when I really did. That's what he does. He does that every fight. He talks while he's getting his ass kicked, and then he thinks he said, "Oh, Edson Barbosa threw that kick and I blocked it, but it got through." And you blocked it, or what the fuck happened? Did it get through, or did you block it? and then he's talking, and then he's like, and it didn't hurt, but on this and that, it's like, dude, I'm gonna put my hands up and I'm gonna fight. And he's not gonna do that, I guarantee you. But if he does, you'll get an exciting fight. He's always talking about he wants to be exciting. He does it for the fans. But you walking around with your hands like this, making all kinds of moves, talking and stuff, that's not exciting to the fans. That's not what he doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. And that's what that interview showed me, is that he does not understand. He doesn't get the whole thing. He's coming after you. You don't go after the media. You embrace the media. The media is trying to help you, He doesn't get it. He doesn't understand. And I got to make him understand on what is it? July 15th. I got 6 weeks, and he'll understand. Dare
I say you have to make him humble?
I have to make him humble. That's exactly, it's right. It's July 15th. It's the real versus the jabroni. And I'm going to make him humble in San Diego.
Okay, now I have to ask you about this. One more clip to play you. His coach, who he referred to as Dad, Jake Benny, had some interesting things to say about your team.
What's his name?
His name is Jake, and I want to spell his last name just in case that I'm mispronouncing it, Behney. I believe that's Benny. But if I'm mispronouncing it, I apologize, from Pinnacle in California. He had some interesting things to say about your team. I want to play you that quick clip right now and have you respond. Here it is, Jake talking about the Serra-Longo team.
We know a lot about their camp. We know a lot about their coaches. You know, they've been in the game a long time, and they've given out great knowledge with some of the guys that they've trained and the guys that they've developed. But who have they really developed from the get-go? That's what I want to know. Who have they developed from the get-go?
This is not a serious question, is it?
No, I want to know, like, who they groomed from the beginning. Who did they groom from the beginning of their career?
Who didn't come into the camp?
Chris Weidman.
Who didn't come into the camp
Chris
already
Weidman
groomed?
came in as a 0-0 fighter. Aljamain Sterling, Chris Weidman, those are all grassroots. What do you make of that? Is Serra-Longo a team that is taking guys from other camps and kind of jumping off of what? Or is it a grassroots thing?
Dude, everyone from our gym is from Long Island. We're all born here, raised here. And then he's talking about he's got the wrestling guy. He's like, oh, he's coming in from New Jersey. Like, dude, you just fucking said right there. Where's you guys from? Where are they? California? Where's you guys from Cali, bro? We're all from Long Island. You know, we're all cut from the same cloth. We're born here. We're raised here. We all end up at Ray's and Matt's because, you know, water seeks his own level, like I said. And, yeah, I really don't know how to respond to that. Besides that, you know, I think everyone knows. It's nuts. Nuts.
What were some of the messages?
Well, that guy, and I mean, Matt, he said he knew Matt or he trained with Matt. I'm sure Matt doesn't know who he is. So, you know, I think he was trying to make that interview more about himself, which is very sad in my opinion, because that was supposed to be Bobby Green's interview. And, you know, he kind of made it about his gym and, you know, his guys. And, you know, I think there's a pretty big fight coming up. Me and Bobby Green's, it has potential to be a great fight. I'm going in there to dominate like always, but I think the point was not made that there's a fight coming up. He talked about everything else, but me, my skills in the fight. I hope what he portrayed in that interview is true, because if that's the case, he's looking right past me, and anyone that's ever done that has been humbled very quick. So I think, you know, I'm going in there. I know that Bobby Green has the potential to be a tough guy. He's got some skills that, you know, are very good. He's got great boxing when he wants to have great boxing. He's got great kicks when he wants to have great kicks, and his wrestling's very good as well. So I'm going in there. I'm training hard. I'm training real hard. I'm pushing myself to the limit every day. And, you know, you're going to see that when we get in the fight. You don't have to doubt me.
Has this become personal now? Before maybe just a fight. Now is it different?
No, I think it just makes it a little fun. You know,
Okay.
We got a little something to talk about on the MMA hour. You know, it's a little bit. But definitely, you know, he's definitely not. I would never train with a guy like that. I think, you know, my last couple of fights, it was guys that I respected. I enjoy, you know, even, you know, Ross Pearson. There was a little back and forth, but you know, I respected him. I respect Bobby Green's talent in the cage for sure, but beyond that, there's not much. I think, you know, he's just he doesn't get it, and that's basically it.
A lot of people writing to you on Twitter and stuff after that saying, you know, like, you're fans. How did that go?
Yeah, a lot of people are. No, it was good, man. It shows, you know, there's a lot of people behind me, and that's what I do it for. I do it for, first and foremost, I do it for Long Island. I do it for the fans, and I just want everyone to enjoy watching me fight. That's why, you know, that's why I'm in there. So it was good.
By the way, you didn't make it to Mexico, but San Diego, very close to Tijuana.
Never know.
Well,
You never know. Don Alejandro might come. He might make a little trip down south. You know.
Are you gonna
See what's
invite?
up.
Are you gonna
He
invite
was
Alexa Grasso to your fight? She's only fighting a couple of days prior, probably.
Yeah, she's got a boyfriend and stuff. I gotta stop messing.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, but there's more fish in the sea.
There is.
as they say.
Plenty of fish.
Yeah.
By the way, one last thing before I go, or before I let you go, what's going on with the wrestling? Are you making a transition? Are you doing the CM Punk but in reverse? Are you going to pro wrestling? I saw a clip of you.
No, man, I'm just having fun. They, that was just like who the hell does these things, Ariel? No one does it. Someone asked me to wrestle at a birthday party. I was like, all right. I thought it was gonna be like a little thing. And it was like a real, real legit. These guys are for real. That guy Earl Cooter, Jack Gallo. These guys are Long Island, East Coast guys that they go around and wrestle. And it gave me a whole different outlook on the sport in general. It's a lot harder than I thought. It was it's a lot similar to MMA, man.
Yeah.
It's just more entertainment than real combat. But other than that, it's expressing yourself through the movements that you do, perfecting your game. All these things are it opened my eyes. I enjoyed doing it, and in between fights, I'm gonna go down there, hang out with the guys. They're all cool. It's like 45 minutes from my house, so I take a little trip every now and then, and it's a good workout too. It's tough stuff. It's not easy by any means.
Yeah, I saw a video of you doing the workout, which was actually pretty fascinating to watch. You had some sort of video blog. What is it, like the Raging Owl something? What was that called? You don't even know.
Make them humble.
Make them humble. That's right. Yeah, it was cool to see. I like the fact that you're doing that. I wonder now if you have a little more appreciation for your old friend CM Punk.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Yeah. I tweeted that day when they announced it. It's nothing against him. I have nothing against him. Anyone that wants to fight MMA, you have my respect. Making your first debut, whatnot, but it's been a while, so maybe he's training hard, and I always see him posting pictures, so he's getting into it, and it's good for him.
And how about this movement, by the way? How about this movement of everyone copying your post-fight interviews?
That was cool, huh?
People mentioning it when Mayweather. I mean, you've really created something. You even have shirts now, right? Why aren't you wearing one right now?
I don't have shirts, man.
You don't have shirts? You have a hat?
Oh no! Some random person just sent me those.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Someone just.
Someone made it for you?
Someone just sent me their "fuck you" hats.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you gonna run with that?
Yeah, I got to start running with it, don't I? See, the thing is, I fight. There's so much shit that I want to do.
Yeah.
Like, my house is falling apart. I bought this house like a year ago, and there was so much stuff that I had to. But I got to fight. I got to fight. So I don't think anything's gonna ever get done in my life except fighting. I don't know.
Well, that's good.
We're gonna have to find some time somewhere, or just pay someone to do something. Or, I don't know.
You should.
We're gonna have to figure it out. I should, right?
But it is fun to see people copying you, right? Giving you that nod, right?
It's great.
You're gonna run with that, like if you win, and when you win, as you probably would correct me on July 15th, will you keep that going, the booing thing? I mean, if they're not booing, you can't really do it, right?
I can't really curse at anyone anymore.
Yeah, that's true. Did you get in trouble for that?
I was supposed to get. I mean, I got a stern talking to.
Okay.
But they were supposed to. They said maybe fining me. There was talks of fining me, and then I just never heard anything back. But yeah, I don't know. It all worked out good, I guess.
Who called you?
Yeah, Dana. We had a conference call with me, Matt, and Dana.
Oh man.
Could you imagine how that goes?
You should have filmed that one.
That we should have filmed, but no, they had us on hold. It was me, Matt, and Ray on the phone, and we were waiting for Dana. It was like 3 kids in the principal's office waiting to get scolded, and then it was good though. He's right. He said, I understand where you're coming from. Everything. I like what you're doing. But you just can't curse on TV, and I understand. It's not coming from him. He curses all the time, but he doesn't curse on live TV, or they bleep it when he knows when he's he knows when to turn it on and when to turn it off. And in the heat of the moment, I got a little crazy. I walked out of the cage and I was like, what did I just do? And it turned out all right. It turned out not bad. It got me out there, and people are I think people appreciate my honesty. I'm not putting on a fake character or whatever. I'm not sure. I'm just being myself and having a good time, and that's it, man.
Well, you definitely seem to have turned the corner as far as the fans are concerned. They're loving what you're doing right now, and I think I speak for a lot of them. Very excited about your fight, July 15th. It has It has changed a little bit. I feel like it's a little more personal now. You may say otherwise, but it's fun. It's a fight that has a lot of heat behind it right now. Al Iaquinta versus Bobby Green. It's a very important fight in the 155-pound division. Al, thank you as always. We appreciate the time. Keep up the great stuff. Keep up the tweeting, all that stuff. You're doing great stuff. I appreciate it, and the book is great. I am going to take my training to the next level thanks to you. So.
There you go.
I appreciate it.
I got you back, bro. Thank you.
All right. We'll talk to you soon, Al. Thank you very much for the time. There he is. Raging Al Iaquinta joining us from Strong Island. Big fight for him coming up July 15th in San Diego, California.